What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. We have a matchup today of Blue Buggy versus Red Yellow Belo Betty. This is one of our easiest matchups, but it's also a matchup you have to respect. Like I'm not gonna lie, I get nervous when I play a Belo Betty because everyone's like, it's so free, and it is free, but you have to find the card, you have to find Promo Buggy as soon as possible and get it out on curve. And like there's just a lot of pressure because it's like the Belo Betty player plays so much freer because they're just like, yeah, I'm gonna lose. They're gonna go all out. They're gonna take chances, and like sometimes that's like it's scary. They don't have anything to lose. We have everything to lose. If that makes sense. Not to complain because again, this is like a relatively free matchup. We mold our hand looking for Promo Buggy and we open it. So at this point, we can't really complain at all. And we're able to search. I'm going to grab the Mihawk rather than the Croc and Mihawk. So I have a good play off of the Promo Buggy. Plus, I already had a Croc and Mihawk in hand. We pass it back to him. He starts off with a Kuma and pops my Galdino Searcher. We go to our 3-Don turn. We don't have a play, but I'm not going to hit his life until I am on... I've got the Promo Buggy out. He taps 4 for an Ivankov. Now he's going to activate Leader Effect to pitch a Kuma, power them both up by 3. That Kuma's going to be able to swing 5. His Leader's going to be able to swing 5. And that Ivankov can now activate the effect where he can play another Revolutionary card from his hand. So he plays down a Karasu blocker. Thankfully, it's not the other Karasu. He swings 5. We search top 1. Or we hit a cross guild trigger, so we're able to grab a 2K to hand. And he's going to swing 5 life again. And I'm thinking about whether I want to take it or give him counter. I haven't picked up my Moji yet. We're going to take it, and it's another Cross Guild Searcher. And this is where I could grab a 2K or an Alvida. I think I'm going to grab the Alvida because I have plenty of 2Ks in hand. But now I have a play for the Croc and Mihawk after the fact. We draw another Mihawk. I could Buggy into it, for example. I'm going to swing 5 into the Kuma, able to kill it. Now let's Leader Effect. I have 2 4-cost Buggies in hand, so I'm going to pitch 1. Promo Buggy into Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. Probably trash the Kraken Mihawk. I already have 1 in hand, only going to need 1 probably. And I like that I have a second Promo Buggy in hand. I'm not going to pitch that just to be safe. I'm going to Kraken Mihawk next turn, which would make it very difficult for him to be able to pop the Promo Buggy. But if he did, like double Koala, double Kuma, something like that, I would have a second one to play the next turn. He's going to tap 5 for an Ivankov, which is search top 3, I believe, and play a Revolutionary from the top. He plays a Lindbergh. Again, scary card, but not in this matchup because it's shut off. He swings 6 life, and I block. Promo Buggy shuts off like almost all of his deck. It does not shut off that Ivankov he has, though. So that's one card to be cognizant of. But I think the move here is let's tap 5. Let's Leader Effect. We're going to pitch the Buggy to play a Croc and Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. Probably trash the Cross Guild Searcher. Instead, just opt to trash the Dofi to play Alvida, draw 3, trash 2. Kind of want to keep the Houndblaze in case he plays like a Belo Betty Searcher or Kuma. That's actually cards that can attack in this matchup. That's why I'm planning on keeping that. I'm not going to be putting his hand size is always going to be small. Now we're going to tap 1 for a Cross Guild Searcher, search top 4. We can grab a third Promo Buggy or we can grab a 2K. So let's grab a 2K. We still have 1 more Dawn. I don't think we have another Searcher. I might have pitched it. So now I could just swing 6 life. And he takes. We hit his life for the first time and no trigger. So now our board's looking good. We could 10-cost Buggy next turn, but we don't have a 10-cost Buggy. Not that we necessarily need it, but next turn we can definitely start applying some more pressure. We can swing the Croc and Mihawk. We can swing the Alvida. I'm comfortable swinging it because at this time, the only thing that's going to be able to swing is his Ivankov and his Leader. But definitely going to try to swing into the Ivankov next turn, the 5 cost. If he turns it sideways, I'm definitely going to attack it. He's going to Leader Effect to buff the 2 Ivankovs. He could buff one other one, but it doesn't matter too much. But he does that so that he can play out another one. He plays a Sabo. This is a new card. Pretty much he could turn that card sideways and give a revolutionary 2,000 power. By the way, Belo Betty's effect is anytime they can pitch a card, and all cards with revolutionary or trigger three will gain an extra 3,000 power for the turn. He puts a lot of Dawn on lead and a lot of Dawn on Ivankov, so he's going to swing two really big numbers. I'm asking him if he's activated that because I think they're both going to be 11k swings, and I could counter out, but I'm just thinking it through. I believe this is an 11k swing. I am going to block. We'll go 9, 11. Thinking about the last 1k, 12. So got a lot of cards out of hand. We drew another Sables. So we could Sables that Ivankov back to his hand, but I kind of want to try to kill it. I don't have a 10 cost Buggy, which is unfortunate because that would just be the obvious answer. But I'm going to put 1 Dawn on Crocodile Mihawk and swing 2 above it. He only has 3 cards in hand, I believe. He does have a blocker, though. So I had to... Yeah. So we're able to kill that. So now nothing on his board can attack. And we can play another Mihawk. I think I'm just going to tap 6 and hard cast the Mihawk. Draw 2, trash. I accidentally grabbed a 3rd card again. This is the 2nd game in a row. I think my sleeves are getting a little bit older. I need to either re-sleeve them or just be way more cognizant. But he was cool about it. I was like, hey, can I just put the card on the bottom? He's like, yeah, sure. So we pitch a card there. And we play a Mihawk blocker. So now we have 2 blockers. I swing 5 life. He gives me a 1k counter. And I'm going to think about whether to swing this. I'm ultimately going to decide to put some pressure on and swing 7 because they have the 1 standing one. And he takes. So now he's down to 1 life, I believe. He doesn't have a ton of cards in hand. I want to say it's around 5. We were able to hit his life a couple times, so we give him some more cards. But yeah, everything on his board can attack, so that feels great. He's going to put all of his Dawn on lead and swing, and we'll just take. He passes it back to us. And then now here's where, like, I'm thinking we can push for game. We have 4 swingable characters on board, plus leader. He has 1 blocker and 1 life, but he has 5 cards in hand. So I'm going to swing 9 life. He takes. And it's a trigger Karasu. So now he has 2 blockers. He has like 5 cards in hand. And we need to get around 2 blockers. Just a little scared at this point. Because if he has Rush, if he runs the Dragon or something along those lines, I'm going to swing 7 life here. He gives me 2k, 1k. I have the 10 cost Bogey, but at this point it's kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like I could just play it. Could play it. I think I have a Mihawk blocker. I'm going to swing the Mihawk blocker. 7 gives me counter. And then now I have I think 7 Dawn, 6 Dawn. And he has 3 cards in hand. So I could swing 7, 7, 8, 8, something like that. That's probably better. No, I could definitely swing bigger numbers than this. I think I have 6 Dawn. But I'm going to tap 4 to Sables. Well, I'm going to ultimately, yeah, I'm going to Sables. I'm going to tap 4 to Sables the Karasu back to his hand. So now he has 4 cards in hand. I know one of them is a Karasu. I'm going to swing 7 life with lead. So we'll see what he does. He gives me 2k, 1k. And he did not give me the Karasu. So I know one of those cards is a 1k. So the only way he can... I'm thinking about swinging this Mihawk here. If I swing the Mihawk, he has to give me all the cards in his hand. I either win or... Yeah, I get all the cards in hand. 2k, 1k. So now it's just a matter of what does he top deck here. If he top decks any Rush, because I do have a lot of cards in hand, I don't have a lot of counter in hand. So if he top decks a Dragon, which I think he runs, I think we talked about it. I think he just wins the game. But yeah, I don't think he top decked the dragon because he would have just played it already. So now he's attempting to do the sob with a buff leader, but then he realizes he can only buff character. So he just puts all his dawn on Belo Betty and swings, and we just take. And then now it's just a matter we need to swing a 7k. So we swing the 7 and we get the game. It was a Lindbergh, it looks like. So ultimately, the beginning of the game, we went about as according to plan as possible for us. We promo Buggy into the Mihawk, and then just kind of just shut off all his deck and just continue to lean on it from there. Where I feel like it was ultimately a mistake, but we weren't punished for it because of luck, was swinging that Mihawk at the end. Like, if he top decks a dragon, we just lose. If he top decks any rush that's not a 3 or 4, we just lose. And if I don't swing that Mihawk, there's probably zero way I could lose. So I left myself a little bit open there. I took a chance, but like, I wasn't punished for it. So ultimately, if I had to do one thing over again, I would not swing that Mihawk at the end. Maybe also there might be a way to better math it with the Sables. Rather than tapping 4, maybe swinging like 9-9, get 3 cards in hand. Yeah, that might have been just better, like numbers wise, because he gives us the block. Or was that how that was? Yeah, we have 6 Dom, we put 4 on lead 2. That's probably just better. Sables was just a bad call as well. Ultimately, though, again, this matchup is an exercise in finding promo Buggy, and we're able to execute that, so we're able to get the dub. Shouts to my opponent though, and let me know in the comments anything different. I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time.